Dear colleagues, on behalf of the Goethe-Institut, I would like to welcome you to the annual conference of the Ukrainian Library Association. Unfortunately, I can't be present in live today, but I would like to send you a few greetings with this video message. For many years now, even among my predecessors, the Goethe-Institut has felt a strong bond with the Ukrainian Library Association. Our partnership aims to establish an exchange between our two Ukrainian and German library systems. This year, we are all, not only in Ukraine and Germany, but worldwide, facing new and diverse challenges in our daily work and especially in our cooperation. The COVID-19 pandemic overtook us like a gigantic wave, and very quickly new forms of cooperation and the organization of our work had to be found. Our libraries had to be closed first, and many are still closed. For example, ours at Goethe-Institut is still closed. Concepts had to be developed under which modes our users enter our libraries and which services we can offer them. During the last month, numerous online formats were developed, tried, improved, and tested again. Sometimes I no longer ask myself whether this is our new normality. Actually, it already is. Nevertheless, it is connected with the question when we will return to the old normality, and is this even possible in its entirety? Also, and despite all the horrors of the pandemic, there are also a few positive ones, at least for me, maybe also for you. I can be with you today, although only recorded. This year, we were able to invite more speakers from Germany to Ukraine conferences and events as it is normally possible and financeable. For example, we could invite Katrin Schuster, who presented the hygiene concept of the Munich City Library, or with our joint conference on green libraries, we could have 3 experts from Germany. Normally, we can only invite 1 speaker for that conference. Also, participation at conferences, seminars, webinars, talks, discussions, meetings, and so on is now easier to realize for many colleagues because they don't have to travel long distances, but can join in from home. Of course, this does not replace the real, genuine meeting between people, which nevertheless makes a much more intensive exchange possible. But online conferences, contributions, talks can be a good addition to hybrid events in the future. Also in terms of sustainability and climate change. Less travel, less CO2 consumption. I think we will decide more consciously in the future when is it important to have and invite a guest on site and when is online a good alternative. When is a physical meeting important? When is a virtual exchange maybe enough? And second point, I have learned an incredible amount in the last few months. How do you make an online conference, an online exhibition or an hackathon? Also how to work together with my team online from home office for months on. And last but not least, the important question. How can you organize a Christmas party that doesn't only take place on Zoom, despite a pandemic, of course, while observing all hygiene and lockdown rules? Tomorrow, a colleague from Germany should actually be present at the focus seminar, Budgeting Culture, European Experience in Ukraine. Due to illness, our contribution, unfortunately, has to be cancelled. Since we find the topic of cultural financing and municipal cultural policy and the exchange about it so important, we want to make up for the exchange about it next year. Cultural founding and cultural policy are important topics, especially in Corona times, because the cultural scene as a vulnerable group in a society is usually the first to be affected by financial cuts and restrictions. I think we all look with concern to the next year and public cultural founding. But I would like to end with a positive outlook. This can and must be an incentive for us to develop creative solutions. If our libraries are allowed to reopen, I think they will be even more important than a place for meeting and learning. a place that is freely available to civil society and provides space for creative development and thus contributes to the advancement of society. I wish you 2 inspiring conference days and look forward to seeing you again next year, hopefully in a real conference hall and to have together a cup of coffee or glass of wine. All the best.